Hey Rangers, welcome back to another video, and today we have the Pumkin Rapper, and I've got to admit, I never really saw this coming at all. Even when they announced it, like, we've got this one, I was like, oh, okay. But before we jump into this review, if you want to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, as well as the cheeky notification bell to be notified when more videos drop. We're trying to reach 18,000 subscribers, hopefully by the end of the year. If not, as close to that number is fine. That's what I kind of want. Anyway, let's jump in. So first of all, we have this lovely display here. It looks really cool. We've got obviously the figure, we've got 3 pumpkins, we've got the effects and the 2 different hands. On the side is Pumkin Rapper. On the side, or on the box, on the back is a 3D model of the Pumkin Rapper. And then there we go, is Pumkin Rapper there. The top is nothing. And the bottom is just basically barcode and stuff. But yeah, let's have a look at this bad boy and have a look inside. Or open up this bad boy and have a look inside. Yeah, that's the one. Here's the Pumkin Rapper in all his glory. We see the figure, 2 hands, vines here and here, and then 3 pumpkin heads. Now, I really wish they came with 6, because then you could put it on all the ranges, because that would have made more sense. So I'm guessing people are going to be selling these more than anything. But yeah, let's have a look and review the figure. So here is the Pumkin Rapper. Now, I've got to admit, when I've tried to stand him up for the first time, he kept falling over. And I think the main reason is because of the head. He also looks like a bobblehead too. So I think because of that particular thing, you can see that the head is kind of like about to fall off one way. It's top heavy effectively, so you have to make sure that you really stand them up. But let's have a look at the actual figure itself. Now, a load of people complained that there wasn't much paint, but to be fair, I think the painting around the pumpkin is absolutely fine. You can see his eye here. See, notice one little tap and he falls over. And it's one of those things where it's annoying as hell. So here we have like nothing there, I don't think. No eye, just one eye here, his mouth, and obviously green around there. Again, it just feels really kind of flimsy. Like, it's really kind of annoying that you have to kind of balance him a little bit more. But we can see that the vines are about, and that's kind of a little bit of a detail. Here's the main part body. To be fair, most of this is just exactly the same. You've got just lines, which again don't kind of really stand out that much. You've got more of the like green on here, so it's kind of like crisscross, like it's a jacket that he's wearing. And then obviously as we can come up to his knees just here, you can see that there's green kind of going into it. So it's nicely blended around here, but for the rest of it, it does look kind of plain. Coming down to his parts here, it's kind of interesting because it does remind me of carrots. Like, if you're going pumpkin, I can understand it, but to me, it reminds me more of carrots than kind of anything. Now, because I've turned the figure around, it's top heavy, so it's not going to do it. Like, you kind of think that the figure would stand up on its own, but as soon as you turn it's facing the wall, it just falls over. So let's have a look at the back. So again, more kind of carrot, like this looks more like now like a sack of potatoes. Just a sack, I don't know why. And then obviously we've got the legs coming up here, and then we've got, that's it pretty much. There's no real kind of difference for it. Pretty much all you've got here is just the back. Like lines are fine, and then you've got the grass, which looks, has got some kind of detail to kind of really kind of do it, like vine, should I say. So it kind of really does add a tiny bit to it. So it does kind of do it. Like, for some strange reason, that part there is just more black compared to the rest. So it's like that one spot is dark, bad place of the grass or the vines, and that's it. Back of it is very similar. It's to the front. You've got more dark wash to kind of bring it out rather than just be kind of orange, and that's particularly it. See, it just keeps falling over because it's top heavy, and that's starting to really annoy me for what this is. So to me, I'm kind of regretting buying this figure already. Let's have a look at the articulation. Now, the foot's fine. Are we going to get the same one? Yep, the foot is a lot harder to kind of move. Bending the knee is a little bit fine, but it could be better. Like so. Legs move up and down, around. Now, because he's got a smaller bum for this one, the legs do go back a tiny little bit, more this one than this, but at least it's something. So you can hear that click, so you can pose him. He does kind of turn around a little bit. The hand, let's do the arms, up and down, and again, up here and down there is fine. hands can turn around. Now let's see. You can turn the head, but you have to really put some force into it. But you know, it does feel like it could come off. As in, like, if there was a replacement head, you could do, but you know, it does turn around. It doesn't move that much. Like, you kind of think it would be on a ball joint so that the figure could move around. But for what that is, it's not the best. Here is one of the pumpkins, and I do kind of like the look of them. Like, I feel like this is a really cool accessory to kind of include. If they didn't, I'd be very surprised. So yeah, I generally kind of think that's awesome. So that's one. This is another one. Now, I don't know if they're exactly the same or if they're just like each one's molded different. Like the way that Hasbro is, it wouldn't surprise me if these were like that they would do this. So it looks kind of fun. And then this is the third one. So it's again, each one is slightly different, which is fine. Now I can imagine like they could give these out for free if you like emailed them and said like, hey, could I get some more pumpkins? Like, I don't mind paying shipping. I don't mind paying a price for it, because I think that would be kind of cool. So this is the spinning vortex effect. Again, it's okay. It's nothing to write home about. And then obviously you've got like use Vine Whip type thing. It feels quite nice texture, and it's also not too bad. So it looks kind of cool. And then the last one we've got is here, which again is just a very plain thing at all. And if anyone's asking about the hands, I didn't get them out of the box, but you can see that one's an open, and then the other one is a punch one. So there we go, there are his accessories. And here we go, here are the pumpkins that are actually on the ranges. It does kind of cool. I really want more. Like, can you imagine if you're Hasbro, can you send me like 100 of these, or like for every single ranger that's going to come out? And they were like, here you go, and you just had all these pumpkins, so you could have the pumpkin rangers. But it does kind of give them a little bit more kind of life. So it's like, what? So I do like it a lot as we just move it like that way, so you can just see, like, it does stand out. So I'm glad that they included them. And there we go, Rangers. There is the Pumkin Rapper. Now, I've got to admit, I really don't like this figure. I think it's just because it's too top heavy, that if you're going to make a figure like this and have a huge bit of plastic at the top, especially the head, that you would definitely like use the base, like the figure, to be a lot heavier. Like, look at King Sphinx. Even though he's built, you could make this monster like bigger on the legs, make it more sturdy, make the feet actually work properly. But for what I kind of see about this, I just generally really kind of don't like this. I think that this in general just kind of annoys me a lot, which I generally kind of think, could they have made it better? Yes, I think they could have made it 10 times better. For what you get, I'm glad that they're making monsters, don't get me wrong, but this one needed a lot more work rather than just, hey, it looks exactly like it, but you know, you could have made the head a bit hollower, like not really that hard, because literally if you try and pose him or you like touch any part of the table, he will literally fall over, and I really don't like that in my figures. Next time, at least make the feet heavier, like say make them weighted, so therefore you get more to it. I also think the joints on this one, for parts of it, kind of need to be like re-looked at. So yeah, that's it. Apart from the pumpkins, if they weren't around, then they would not, and I mean repeat, not actually like it wouldn't be worth it. So if they weren't included, then I would be more like disappointed in it. So yeah, but I really wish they released 6. It makes like much more sense doing it that way. But anyway, I am gonna leave it there. What are your thoughts on this? Do you like this figure? Do you not? Let me know down below in the comments. And if you like this sort of content and you want to see more, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, as well as that cheeky notification bell to be notified when more videos drop. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.